Welcome back to another episode of Man Reacts. Have you ever thought about why men avoid dating and getting into relationships with leftover women? Have you ever thought about how come there is an increasing number of leftover women and guys are just not approaching them? Today, we'll talk about the reasons why men are turning away from leftover women. Men want peace, and today's modern women bring needless drama, trauma, financial risk, and emotional liability. Men are choosing to stay single and live in male purpose where they are free to pursue interests, careers, and self-improvement goals and have lots of peace. Insufferable Chad-damaged women are not wife material, and feminism has destroyed them via indoctrination to the point of undesirability by men. Men are straightforward creatures who merely want your love, adoration, and respect. Women, on the other hand, demand absolutely everything all the time from every man. Yet, with all the talk about equality, they don't make the effort themselves. An average woman wants a tall, handsome, wealthy, and attractive man. However, she typically fails to work on and improve her inner beauty, her personality, and character. In the end, what is on the inside ultimately manifests on the outside, and 99% of the time, this results in an entitled and ungrateful person who is self-centered and demands that the man grant her every wish for the rest of his life. Interestingly, feminism has strangled women while freeing men. Why? Women are disproportionately represented in undervalued occupations, are familiar with the harsh realities of the job market, and most importantly, find it dreadful to think of growing old. Even though this last statement is quite telling, the majority of women find it difficult to accept it because of their social conditioning. Schools, the media, and the entertainment sector actively urge women to put off getting married and starting a family, while concurrently encouraging them to pursue other objectives such as pursuing an education, a career, or even many partners. Social conditioning is incredibly harmful and potent. Modern women who fall for it will go to any lengths to protect the beliefs they hold dear. In actuality, they simply combine it with the information they've received from institutions, important figures, and multinational corporations with little regard for the pleasure of women. They're conditioned for instant gratification. They want instant happiness, instant wealth, instant this, and instant that. They want perfection in men, while they hardly bring anything to the table except perhaps their physical selves. Women are just not happy with anything, and never will be. The prize for the unhappiest person goes to single, career-oriented women who are roughly 42 years old. They can earn around $500,000 a year, but they still need to be content and satisfied with their lives. By the way, this data was taken from a publication dedicated to women. On the other hand, a married man with a decent job and a nice partner is the happiest. Furthermore, according to the same article, a married man aged 39 with one child, a wife who works part-time, and a household income of between $150,000 and $250,000 is the happiest person. See the major difference here. The fact that this woman's magazine validates what we already know about leftover women is really telling, even if the story doesn't take into account single guys making so much money. Women are unhappier than ever as a result of the struggle for women's liberation, particularly in the personal and financial spheres. Modern women are free to express their opinions on the intimacy revolution, prostitution, and their freedom to be stigma-free. Mectum doesn't even invite this kind of woman into their lives. They simply don't invite any women at all. The paradox of falling female happiness between 1970 and 2005 is an actual phrase that has been used by economists. Women's happiness has substantially decreased. These ladies don't actually know what they're talking about when they discuss patriarchy and male privilege. Women believe they're superior to men. Men aren't good for nothing, and women can do it all by themselves are just a few of the phrases from the new religion known as wokeism that they used to recite on their early broken recordings. We don't require any men. I am entitled to choose whoever I want to sleep with. Men are oppressors, etc. Modern women who chose a profession in school over getting married are obnoxious, intolerable, and poor dating candidates since they are so predictable with their thinking. They've been given the myth that they can climb the corporate ladders in their 20s, have a successful profession, have several guys hit on them, and finally settle down in their mid-30s, despite the fact that they believe that this helps them have respectable savings and know themselves better. The truth is different, though. Women love riding a guy's wave of success. Women overspend, live paycheck to paycheck, and have so much emotional baggage that their ability to attach as a couple is permanently lost. They turn to antidepressants and other legal drugs like alcohol and cigarettes when they are in their mid-30s and early 40s and have trouble finding a man who truly wants them as a mate. However, this does not imply that men pay them no attention. Some males will thirst for any woman out there, no matter what sort they are. She becomes more manly the more marriages and children she has. If I had to sum up how the remaining women think, I'd say ideology triumphs over everything else. Women are just not marriage material anymore. Even honorable women are aware of this terrible reality and openly admit that they prefer being correct and domineering to being happy. The remaining women delay having children, like imposing their ideals while spreading the gospel of tolerance and freedom, and feel oppressed simply for being female. They rarely acknowledge the fact that being a woman is far more advantageous than being a man. Working their way up the corporate ladder until their 40s, modern women did everything they could to capture and possess the essence of power they believed would make them happy. However, they only realized much too late that they had a natural need to nurture families, settle down, have loving relationships with men, and become good mothers. It's a red flag when a woman keeps begging a man for a commitment and wants to move in together too quickly. Also, the majority of women cannot handle rejection because it will bruise their egos for a long time, and the game has reversed, ladies, so y'all have to pursue us men now and prove yourselves to us, especially decent men, that you're valuable. Plus, most women tend to perform fake orgasms after their low-key promiscuous past and messing around with, kissing, and having dysfunctional intimacy with multiple women. Also wouldn't be surprised with a huge group of at the same time, and fake very well gents, and studies show that. Unfortunately, most decent men nowadays don't want to be friends, speak, interact, or socialize with women in general. However, all women are not affected by this, and the vast majority of women can barely get resources from us men because they are now struggling financially and possibly destitution for a long period of time. Also, women cannot function or survive without a man because they need attention and validation from men on a daily basis, and that is not happening, for they can't reject guys and use them for free drinks, food, pay their bills, and rent, especially for fun these days. Also, most men don't ever forget the harsh rejection and racism rejection from women. Plus, a very high percentage of men don't ever forget that, and I refuse to approach or ask a #female stranger a question because I won't let them bruise my ego, esteem, and self-confidence. Now that they've been exposed to so much feminist theory, they can't even confess that they should have obeyed the rules and lived in accordance with their feminine nature. Conventional gender roles may come to be accepted by women in the future as they learn how content they can be. All that's left to do is wait and watch. What do you think? Let's discuss this in the comments section. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more content from Man Reacts.